Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, I did like, but there was a couple of things that I was disappointed in that I feel like were teased very heavily in the trailers and that did not pay off in the actual film. But that was mostly when it came to the character of May. Like, I had in my own head already what I thought the story was going to go when it came to her character. But when it came to like Noah and the other characters and Raka, I loved their stories. When it came to the humans, I was like, kind of meh. Noah's character I really did like, and I thought it was a worthy successor to Caesar's legacy. And I thought that they also did that very well when it came to introducing the time that we're currently in this like Bronze Age of the Apes, but also in terms of Caesar's legacy. So I think they handled that well when it came to the time jump and to kind of remind everyone what was the deal with Caesar. It's been a while, so I thought they kind of reintroduced it and kind of touched on it, the previous franchise, in a good way. Not too much exposition. I thought they did just right. Just frame the new era. But I think also what was going to be really cool about this particular one is that they were intend to release a cut of the film with no CG or whatever, when it's just them, the humans, with their whatever the dots on their face and all that. So they're releasing a cut where you can see the actual actors without the, the apes CG on there. The actors have always like kind of blown me away when it came to like the new movies. Andy Serkis Caesar was just incredible. It's just amazing to think about like how realistic the performances were, just so good. Steve Zahn's Bad Ape was so good. It's so iconic. I wasn't a huge fan of that particular movie. War for the Planet of the Apes. It's not my favorite. Or first two I really liked, especially Dawn for the Planet of the Apes. And his performance though, that's probably like the best performance of Steve Zahn that I've ever seen. It's just incredible what the weird costumes and how the dots on their face and this weird like headset on and how they're able to just stay in character as an ape. It's very impressive. So at San Diego Comic-Con, they had a panel to kind of speculate on the future, the direction of the franchise after Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes set up this new era. And again, I was a little disappointed. I guess I'm going to touch a little bit on spoilers. I mean, if you haven't seen it already, it's been out for a little bit. So I was hoping that we would see the astronauts that were lost. I thought that May was one of those astronauts because they teased her looking through the telescope. She obviously had like normal clothes on, normal human clothes, and she could speak. So it definitely appeared that she was not like the rest of the human population that had turned feral and mute. So I feel like that was unfair. They were really kind of teasing it. And that, of course, is obviously where this whole franchise started with Planet of the Apes and Charlton Heston's, all of them, the astronauts. It started with them. So I was hoping that we would get a return to form in that way. But obviously that hasn't happened yet. So, but maybe soon. I don't know. So if that's the next film, is that going to touch on that? The actors, I guess, did a kind of this interview with Screen Rant. So where do May and Noah stand after Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes? And again, I really liked the character of Noah. I liked his, it had some Lion King vibes to it. But no, the world looked really good. Beautiful set design, obviously on location for a lot of it. And yeah, I really like this particular era. I'm excited to enter into, particularly with the apes civilization, getting closer to what we've already seen in or were initially introduced to by the first movie, Planet of the Apes, where the apes have utter dominance and humans are just, reduced to such a state. So Screen Rant asks, the actress who plays May, Freya Allen, so he's first addressing her. Do you think May sees herself as the hero by the end of the movie? How guilty does she actually feel about betraying the apes? So Freya Allen says, I definitely don't think she looks at herself as a hero. I think it's great that she's accomplished something incredible, honestly, but there's a lot more to go for this mission. It's not finished, but I'm sure she's just feeling relieved, and obviously it's kind of insane that she managed to accomplish that. I kept looking at her being like, how is she actually doing this? This is incredible. How does she know where to go? She's got a really good map up there. She's quite resourceful. She's a great sat nav up there. I don't think she sees herself as a hero, but she's definitely very pleased with herself. She's managed to do that. Yeah, I don't think they did a good job with her character, honestly. And yeah, she's not a hero. she's not that likable. So that was disappointing. Again, but the apes themselves, the ape characters, especially Noah and Raka, were so good that it kind of like I don't mind it that much. But maybe moving forward, she'll be okay. I'm actually will be fine if she's not in the next installment. To truth be told, because I don't know, she's definitely not a hero. I will agree with you on that. She seemed very self-serving. I guess is that the word? So what was her mission? She didn't want to have the humans, the vault or whatever. She didn't want whatever was in that vault getting into the hands of Proximus Caesar. She didn't want the apes to win, basically. But in reality, the apes have won. The apes are the dominant life form on this planet. This is just what happened. And that made it kind of strange too. At the end, that there's other humans and what they've been in quarantine for hundreds and hundreds of years since the events of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And that's how they've been able to ward off the disease, because that's kind of hard to imagine that they've been able to fend off this disease. And I guess May is just one of the rare people that won't get sick. Or no, wait, is she a carrier? I don't know. She's not allowed to go back into the human compound. So that's how her character ended. She's kind of ostracized. She gave them the information that whatever her little corner of the world needed, her little tribe that's quarantined. She gave them the information so that they can communicate with other humans like them that have that same like communication technology. She gave them that. I think it's still kind of weird at this point to have intelligent humans, so many. So I feel like they kind of flubbed it a little bit towards the end in that regard when it came to the humans that were able to either stave off sickness somehow. Either they had a natural immunity or I guess they've just been in quarantine. I don't know. I need to look more into that because that part doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Because if the disease is starting to go away, if it's mutating again, or if it's just kind of, if they've developed an immunity to it, I don't know, then why are they still quarantining? Maybe they won't be the next time the film comes out.